Okay, hello and welcome to RCHacker. Now I don't normally do this, a little unboxing, but this is something that I've been waiting for well over a month or more, and I'm hoping these are my circuit boards for my Switch project. You can see it's been opened already. It's come a long way. It was first delivered to Miami, and then it would get forwarded on to Banos de Agua Santa, which is the town near where I live in the province of Tungurahua. So let's go through 2 postal systems. Let's have a look. So these were manufactured by IT Studio and designed by me. Let's have a look. Oh, that's funny. I thought I did these in blue, but anyway. No, I did them in black. So, there we go. Look at that. How many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I've got a couple of extra freebies. And that black is going to be pretty difficult contrast. There you go, Switch version alpaca. They've put their own serial number on there, batch number, and my logo. That took me a while to design. Yeah, it looks good so far, and now I've got to order the set of parts, so I'm going to be spending a fair amount of money on my first batch of parts for this, and I'll get enough to make 12, and hopefully the board, it's all good. So I'm gonna just get down. Let's have a closer look at this board. Okay, so this black is going to be quite difficult to film, I think, but I've had a good look, and it looks pretty good. A lot of my silk screen, the text was really, it's really struggling to focus on this. A lot of my silk screen was simply too small. It was one of the things that wasn't listed. This is my first board, so I'm not too worried. I think I realised that later on after I'd sent the design off. You can see here I've labelled, because this is Arduino Leonardo compatible, I've labelled where the Arduino pins would be. So I've got analog pins there, and which one's the D8 there. This header here is designed so I can plug a FrSky receiver directly onto the board, one of the FrSky D4R-IIs. Come on, focus. Yeah, it's really struggling with that contrast. There's my logo that I designed as it's actually got on a grid of 64 by 64 pads. The name of it. My versioning system, I'm going to go by names, so this one's starting with A as my first version, alpaca. Next version will be something starting with B. Yeah, got my name on there and stuff. Oh, it's really cool. I'm really excited about this. Now I've just got to get the parts, and I think my time to order parts, it's about 2 weeks. So, and again, my parts have to go to that other sort of proxy mail system in the States, and then gets forwarded on here. This is where the big MOSFETs will be soldered onto. Okay, and on the back, you can see the tracks and stuff on there. Yeah, the fingerprints show up really badly in black, but looks really good. I've got a few. Oh, we're going to focus on these. Can we see that? Focus, come on. Oh, yeah, kind of given up on this focus. Hang on a sec. Alright, the switch system manual focus, so we can have a good look. It's got USB, so because we're working off a ATmega32U4, which has got USB controller built into it, it's going to be able to plug into a computer so we can program it. And like I said before, you can plug in the FrSky receiver there. There's a little network here, so I can put capacitors and inductors there. This is a feature that I'm going to experiment with just to do current sensing of the MOSFETs, and that's just so I can put a little LC filter in there to filter the digital signal, so hopefully I can do current sensing and things like that. I've got some oversized pads here. I oversized these pads on purpose for the crystal, because that's a surface mount part I imagine would be tricky to solder. Down the bottom here I've got this pinout. God, it's been so long I've almost forgotten what these ones are for. And so these ones here down the bottom, these are the serial headers in like an FTDI format, and I put them there, and I was hoping I'll be able to put a OpenLRS on board, and that would fit on like that. So I'd have to reverse the pin headers, and then I could have my OpenLRS on the back just like that and hooked up. That was the idea with that one. So I've made this to be as flexible as possible. What else do we have? These are for the MOSFETs, obviously. CPU there, regulator. I've got room so I can put a trim pot there just for trimming these battery sense resistors as well. And on the back here we've got our positive terminal for our power supply, and then positive terminals for each of the loads that we want to have on, and these are the negative terminals for each of the loads that we want to put on. And they're nice wide tracks in there, so be able to maximise the capability of the MOSFETs that I've chosen. And there's also here these small jumpers. I've got quite a few different jumpers that I can solder together, or some of them are by default soldered together, so I can change things. And yeah, I'm really happy with this. It looks really good. The holes line up with the wires and everything. So it's going to be probably well into a couple of weeks before I get the parts to start populating this, but I've got the boards and I've got a supply chain. I've got a method worked out where I can get the boards, and I've got a few other designs which I'm going to start sending off pretty soon. So cheers, thanks for watching.